Hello and welcome to my channel, my dear friends and viewers. Today we are going to do analysis of which of our leaders over the last 8 decades performed or delivered the most for Australia. What I have done is created a five-factor leadership scorecard, and we are going to assess the Prime Minister's performances, the top 10 between 1945 to 2025. So, over the past 80 years, Australia has been shaped by the decisions and indecisions of the leaders we chose to trust. But how do we fairly evaluate prime ministers who governed during war, during peace, prosperity, or crisis? Today, we take a fresh look at Australians' leadership history through a five factor scorecard that measures what truly matters. Those includes vision, democratic values, economic stewardship, global diplomacy, and public legacy. We have selected 10 key prime ministers, those who left the most visible mark on our nation based on these criteria, and rated them based on impact, not popularity or politics. You might be surprised who made the top three and who didn't. So let's begin today's journey. Australian leadership scorecard and ranking. Let me describe to you what are those five factors, what have been the weightages assigned to them, and the description. So the first one is vision and nation building, 25%, because it provides long term structural reforms, national identity, inclusion, and innovation. Second is democratic governance, 25% again, respect for institutions, civil liberties, transparencies, and electoral fairness. Number three is economic management, 20%, growth, inflation, employment, taxation, productivity reforms fall under this criteria. Fourth is the global standing and diplomacy. Diplomacy, it's 15%. Regional global leadership, trade, climate, foreign policy, consistency are the components of this vector. And finally, is the social impact and public legacy, 15%. It includes lasting reforms in health, education, welfare, public opinion, and symbolisms. These five criteria were chosen because they reflect the core functions of national leadership, ensuring effective governance, responding to domestic and global challenges, and leaving behind a lasting, people centered legacy. Higher weight was given to vision and democracy because without institutional strength and long term reforms agendas, even good short term economics may falter. Uh, so, who scored what and the reasons? The first is um, Go Whitlam, 1972 to 1975. He scored 84 out of 100. Vision, 23 points out of 25 because he launched universal healthcare Medibank, still an important segment of the welfare of the public Australian people. Free tertiary education, family law reforms. In the democracy field, he obtained 21 out of 25 based on expanded civil liberties, multiculturalism, Aboriginal land rights. Dismissal controversy lowers the score, though. Economic, in the economics field, 14 out of 20, global inflation crisis hit hard. Bold but costly reforms were made. Global standing, 13 out of 15, ended Vietnam involvement, recognized China. Social legacy, again 13 out of 15. He inspired generational change. Legacy remains reversed. Bob Hawke, 83 to 1991, he scores 81 out of 100. His vision, 22. Why? Because he modernized economy. ACTU, which is Australian Council of Trade Union, consensus model, environmental protection. Democracy, he's been provided 20 out of 25. Popular mandate, stable institutions, and consensus building. Economy, 16. Deregulated finance, floated dollar, expanded trade. On the global level, 12 out of 15. APEC, where he concentrated on Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. His diplomatic warmth and strong US ties bring him these many points. Legacy, 11 out of 15, still seen as Australia's most beloved prime minister. Moving further, John Howard, 1996 to 2007. He scores a 78 out of 100. Why? Vision, 20 out of 25. GST reforms, gun law reforms, housing boom legacy. In the democracy field, he scores 18, strong on order, but divisive on race, asylum seeker. On the economy front, he scored well, 18 out of 20, longest boom, low unemployment, and budget surpluses. On the global front, not too bad again, 12 out of 15, strong US ties, regional role, Iraq war critique, though reduced his points. I still remember watching the rallies when he participated in Iraq War, and one a real senior citizen holding a placard with a simple message: "I'm not happy, John Howard." Anyway, moving on, his legacy, 10 out of 15, kind of mixed. He is respected because of his economic legacy. Cultural divide on values brought him a little less points. Ben Shifley, 1945 to 49, he scores 75 out of 100. His visions got him 21 out of 25 because of snowy hydro projects, immigration policies, public housing schemes. Democracy, 18 out of 25. Post war institution building is economy, 16 out of 20. Managed recovery from the World War II. Global, uh, 10 out of 15. Early United Nations and Britain would support. Legacy, 10 out of 15, seen as a labor visionary. Moving to the next set of leaders is Paul Keating and Kevin Rudd. Paul Keating, 1991 to 1996, he scored 74. Vision, 22 out of 25. Native title, Superannuation Republicanism. In the democracy field, 16 out of 25, bold but confrontational, reform focused personality. Economy, 15 out of 20, recession we had to have, followed by recovery. Global, 11 out of 15, Asia focused diplomacy. Legacy, 10 out of 15, seen as architect of modern economic structure. Kevin Rudd, another interesting personality leaving a mark. He was there as a prime minister for between 2007 and 10, and then came back in 2013. He scores 70 out of 100. His vision got him 18 out of 25, primarily because of the apology to stolen generation and NBN planning. Democracy, 15 out of 25. Bureaucratic tensions, centralized decision making, cost him a little bit of points here. Economy, 17 out of 20. He avoided GFC, global financial crisis, recession with stimulus. That was an achievement. Global, 11 out of 15, United Nation oriented, and Copenhagen push, which was intense diplomatic efforts and political maneuvering that took place during 2009 United Nations Climate Change Conference in Copenhagen. Legacy, not much, 9 out of 15, mixed reviews, short tenure, and disputes within the party. Moving to the next two is Julia Gillard and Malcolm Fraser. Julia Gillard, she scored 68 out of 100, Vision 17 out of 25. She introduced disability scheme NDIS, education reforms, and carbon pricing. Democracy, she scored 14, primarily because of creating part of becoming part of party indiscipline or disunity, minority government constraints, party division. Economy 16 out of 20, not too bad. Stable management post global financial crisis. Globally, scoring 9 out of 15, she focused more on domestic social reforms. Legacy, a lot, 12 out of 15, being the first female prime minister in symbolic and substantive change. Malcolm Fraser scoring 67, just a point behind Julia Gillard. His vision got him 15 out of 25, introducing multicultural policy, education expansion, and democracy, scoring again 15 out of 25. Legacy marred by dismissal, later became advocate for rights. Economy, again 15 out of 25. Sorry, just mentioned. Economy, um, yes, economy 15 out of 20. Inflation challenges he had to face on global front, 12 out of 15. Anti-apartheid and human rights focused. Legacy, he got 10 out of 15. Reputation improved over time. To the final set, Harold Holt scoring 66, followed by Robert Menzies scoring 65. So Vision, got the on the Vision front 14 out of 25, not much. Attempted liberal reforms, tenure cut short by sudden death. Democracy, 16 out of 25, maintained democratic standards. Economy, 14 out of 20, presided over strong growth but rising inflation. On the global front, strengthened US alliance, expanded Vietnam involvement, scoring 12 out of 15. And legacy, 10 out of 15, remembered largely for mysterious disappearance. Finally, Robert Menzies, he scored 65 out of 100. Vision brought him 16, better than Harold. Focused on anti communism, conservative national agenda, democracy, scoring 14. Long tenure with centralized control, limited reforms. Economy, um, 16 out of 20, post war expansion and prosperity. Globally, scoring again not too high, 9 out of 15, firmly aligned with UK and US, limited regional independence. Um, in other words, a kind of uh, um, sticked to with the two UK and USA, didn't had Australia's own independent image under him. Legacy, 10 out of 15, longest serving prime minister, mixed legacy due to divisiveness. Moving forward, what we can see the final ranking at the top, we can see Go with Lam scoring 84 points, the highest. 3 points behind is number two, Bob Hawke. Many still remember him, scoring 81. John Howard, maybe to some people as a surprise, scoring 78 based on the criteria as we selected. Ben Chifley, 75, followed by Paul Keating, another very popular prime minister, 74. And behind him is Kevin Rudd, scoring 70, followed by his party mate and colleague, Julia Gillard, 68. Malcolm Fraser follows with 67, and Harold Holt, 66. Finally, Robert Menzies, 65. With this ranking, I come towards the end. But before I leave, let me add this is the leadership scorecard that doesn't rely on spin or slogans, but on measurable reforms, democratic integrity, and the footprints our prime ministers left behind. Our top ranked leaders may not have been perfect, but they dared to shape Australia's future, not just managed its present. Others, despite long tenures or loud headlines, fell short where it matters the most, delivering for the people. If this ranking has sparked debate in your mind, good. That's the goal. We encourage you to reflect, comment, and even challenge these scores. After all, democracy thrives when citizens stay informed and engaged. And here's the exciting part. Next week, we are doing the current affairs of Australian topics, and I hope to bring some good news and suggestions regarding what are the key matters of concerns and what can we do to get out of these. Um, don't forget to share and subscribe if you like it, and do mention, comment which prime minister do you believe deserve the spot, the top spot, and why. Till then, look after yourself. It's all the best from my side. Goodbye. Till the next week.